My name is Kai Schwiebert. I work for SAP for almost 30 years now. At the moment, I'm the Chief Product Owner for Order-to-Cash, Consume-to-Cash solution for the SAP Business Network. SAP is using the solution in various areas for many lines of businesses, and especially for the billing of their supplier network, of their Ariba network. It is fundamental. It is a very high volume. We are operating 300 million records every year. We have more than 1 million customers that we need to operate. So we needed something that is scaling, that is reliable, and where we can process a lot of transactions and modify it. So it's fundamental, and other tools from SAP couldn't do it. So before we started the project, all the billing was done by the Ariba network itself. So they developed their own billing engine. And what we then faced was that billing was not constantly coming at the right time. There were errors, there were corrections, there were delays, etc. We never knew if the data that we have received was reliable or not, was it complete or not. Overall, it was a lot of uncertainty about the process of the billing completeness of the data. Especially month-end closing was at risk from time to time, and you had to do a lot of corrections before. I've been working with the SAP BIM solution and DigitalRoute for more than 10-15 years. I've done implementations also on other projects, so the combination is just fantastic. We had a lot of problems with data, if we can trust the data, if it was complete or something like that. We wanted to automate the complete process in a way where we can trust the data and the results, especially as our results are directly going into the books and quarter end and monthly closing of SAP. Reliable data is the foundation for SAP for closing the books and being a reliable partner also for the auditors. We spent a lot of time in improving data that was coming from the network. What you need to know is that the data from the network is not owned by SAP, so we receive it and we have to deal with it in a way that we can deal with it and that it's working in the process. So for SAP, it's really, really important that we can trust the data and the processes that are flowing through, because we are closing the books at the end of the month and at the end of the quarter. So reliable data is the foundation. The SAP tools provide the reliability of the data anyhow, but DigitalRoute's data is really important because we are getting over 300 million data of records. We do need to do a lot of massaging of the data. We need to do a lot of quality checks. We need to ensure that we don't have duplicates or incorrect data, so that the billing can be processed automatically. And to be honest, when we started it, it took us about 10-15 days to do the billing run completely. Today we can do it within 2-3 days. So then we are done, and that means we had to do a lot with the data, with the processes, and today it's completely reliable. We still have a lot of checkpoints where we do checks of the data in the system and reliability, but overall we are running at 99.97 correctness of the invoices. We generate about 30,000 invoices every month, and less than 20 need manual corrections. So that's a reliability that we run. It was not coming overnight, so we had to do a lot overtime, but with all the tools that we were having and all the efforts we put in place, we achieved it. Did we get more insight into better business decisions? Not sure if we got that, but what we found out after we were going through that is how much missed revenue we were having in the past. Revenue that we didn't bill to the customers, or the other side, we invoiced the customers but they didn't pay. We had a very large rate of unpaid invoices, which we decreased by a significant amount. We also had day sales outstanding of about 90 days. Means at the point in time when we created invoices, most of the invoices were just paid after 90 days instead of 30 days. Today we are down to 40 days. And with all the data that we were having and the insight into the processes, we could enhance not only the billing, so the invoices are out much faster, but we could also enhance our collections activities. The customers know today if they don't pay the invoices, they get some notifications. We also have some consequences if they don't do it. So using the service is good, and if they don't want to use it, they can downgrade. That's also fine. So we also found ways how to do the downgrade automatically. So if the customer says, well, I don't want to use this premium service anymore, we can downgrade them automatically. So these are the insights or the ways how we have improved the business, knowing how the business is running, which we didn't have before. Yeah, one of the important areas for us is now it is running smoothly. We have a fallout rate of 0.03%, or to say it positively, we operate at 99.97% correctness of the processes, and we deliver the invoices within 2-3 days. So we have maxed out basically on operations. So now it's a time to operate it a little bit at lower cost, I have to say, focus on some other areas. So we are looking for now ways how we can outsource the business also to partners, where they operate it for us, so that also we as SAP colleagues can move out and look at other areas. The other thing that we did in the last 1.5 years is providing the foundation for new business, so for new subscriptions that the network is offering to the customer, to the suppliers. So we just launched this year, we launched a new service which is called Promote Subscription, which is a simple subscription service where the customers can go to the network and they can purchase it ad hoc, and it's completely zero touch. That means no one at SAP is touching it. It's auto payment. If they want to discontinue, they can discontinue the service and cancel it. It's all zero touch. So that's something that we established just this year, and more might come. The other big piece, what we do now is, for the next 2 years, is that we are going off CRM. So the PRIM solution has a subscription order management solution on CRM, and we are now taking off CRM and we are moving into the S/4HANA piece. And that is something that we do. With that, we are also changing some of the designs that we were having so far. And we are moving some of the functionality that we were having in CRM into DigitalRoute, where it is maintained there. So that gives us more flexibility on that side. DigitalRoute, we have about 2 million contracts that we need to maintain there, and they are better off on the mediation side, so we move it there. So we do some design work in order to simplify and reduce one of the system complexities. So that's what we do now. On AI, let's put it this way, we are looking for ways how to utilize UI for operations, but let's face it, a lot of the things is already so automated that AI is not really helpful. We're probably use AI more for the IT operations team to see how they can deal with it. We're also looking to introduce AI in the customer-facing area when they're having issues understanding the invoices, have questions about the invoices, or when we need to investigate if everything is correct in the data that we are having. As said, we operate more than 300 million records a year. So no one can really analyze the data or understand what's going on there. Everything is zero touch, and that is something, while we have a lot of controls in place, everything that is running automatically can be disturbed. And as we get data from a network, from a business network, sometimes incorrect data is coming there. And that is something where I would like to see AI coming in and giving us a hint, hey, something is going wrong here. Please have a deeper look at it. With all the volume of data that you have here, things look smooth probably, but you don't know if it's really correct. And we want to be ahead of the customer, so we don't want the customer to call us and say, hey, my invoice is incorrect. So we want to know that in advance, and then rather go to the customer and say, hey, something has been going wrong. Your invoice is not correct probably, don't pay it. You'll correct the invoice ahead of time. So things like that we can imagine. My biggest project was the big telecom in India, Reliance Jio. Well, that's a project that I started, I think it's over 10 years now. Frankly, the whole PRIM solution was new. It was fresh to the market, and there's a lot of missing parts, I would have to say, for a project like that. We were planning to run the whole solution for over 500 million subscribers, which is pretty huge even in the industry. In that time, we bought in DigitalRoute as a mediation platform, which Reliance did not have at that time, so they were looking for others. But at that time, I have to say, Reliance also saved our piece, because DigitalRoute was coming with so much experience, and they knew how to run telecom business, prepaid business, etc. Together with the product engineering team from SAP, we did a lot of enhancements, developments, also together with DigitalRoute. So we were a joint team there at Reliance. At that time, we were doing all the prepaid scenarios that is now operating. Quite proud what we did at that time. It was extremely painful, great time in my life. Because when I started at SAP, I even started the BRIM development, and then I had to go to the next step, introduce it at the biggest telco. I had to eat my own dog food, I have to say. As I said, it was painful, but it was a great experience together with the two teams of SAP, but also DigitalRoute. Great people to work with a lot of trust. And I'm glad that it's running. It went live. We had to do a lot of co-innovation at that time, and then coming back here to SAP, now implementing it here at SAP. It's a damn complicated pricing model that we have today. And to be honest, without DigitalRoute, even here at SAP, we couldn't do it, because a lot of the data, a lot of the balances, a lot of the stuff we need here, we couldn't even store at convergent charging. We need to store it at convergent mediation. We basically, here in the project that we do here, we extended the billing part from convergent charging into convergent mediation, so that it's a combined billing engine, and it's fantastic.